Is this what you want to do with the one shot you get?
You have something that you need to embrace. You just got to go find it, bro.
I truly believe in facing fears.
By facing the things that you're afraid of, that's how you get to the next level of who you are as a person.
Get one win per day. Get that 1% better. Do the best you can and just know that's enough.
You want to be proud of everything that you did and know that you gave it your best.
Yeah. Everybody has a reason of why they're here. I think it's important to go through life and trying to figure out what that is.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Grassroots. I am Nick Johnson. Today, as you can see, I have another pillowcase here with me, so we do have a guest. Today we are going to be talking about following your passion and why it is so important that you follow your passion. So, got my dog Kareth, come on up.
Sir.
How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Good.
Yeah, good, man. I started off, how you feeling? How's life for you right now?
Man, it's school. It's life, you know, it's day by day.
Yeah.
Day by day. So, you know, I'm trying my best to live in the moment, man.
Definitely.
But as right now, man, I'm blessed, bro.
The reason I wanted to have you on here, like I see, you're acting.
Yeah.
You're acting.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What led you to that, bro?
Man, so, you know, as long as we've known each other, I'm sure you know, and growing up together, man, like you mentioned earlier, years.
20, I know you 20 years.
At least
20. At least 20.
And so, but I just feel like definitely our group who we used to hang out with, man, we was all creatives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
So, and you know, growing up, you know, I always tried to find myself entertaining people, and, you know, enjoying making people laugh, seeing people smile. And so it really just kind of, I guess it's always been there.
Definitely.
And it's just kind of, you just got to follow through with it. And, you know, growing up doing Vine and TikTok and
I was thinking about that. I was going to touch on that because for you doing what you do now, it makes total sense to me.
Right.
I was having a conversation with somebody recently about how as we grow and evolve as people, you can kind of look back and connect the dots about why certain people ended up doing certain things. So when I saw you acting, I was like, that makes total sense. Like it wasn't a shocker to me at all. Like I was very much happy to see it because like you said, I noticed you probably more than anybody were always the one like with the Vine and doing the things that were like creative in the media. So it's like now to see you really exercise and embrace that part of yourself is very like, it's just a good feeling to see it because I know deep down, or it makes sense to me that that's something that you were always passionate about, whether it was through this specific medium or not, but I could just always see it was like, oh yeah, he's into that, you know, and to follow through with it because a lot of people don't actually follow through with it.
Man, and I think that's the biggest part. It's just following through with not even a passion that you have, but something that you're scared to do.
Yeah.
Because usually 9 times out of 10, if you're scared to do it,
were you scared like at the beginning?
Terrified.
Really?
I mean, but not even terrified in of what other people are going to perceive and whatnot. Just terrified of failing.
Yeah.
But you can't be scared to fail.
Yeah,
or
you can't.
You're never going to succeed.
Nowhere.
How can you succeed if you don't fail?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't fail, you are never going to
You're never going
to
learn anything.
Yeah, you never know. So it's really just getting over that curve, man. And I just saw something, I think I posted it the other day about, man, I'm drawing a crazy blank right now.
You good.
It's I got
go do your thing, get it,
because
we need that. It's somebody else that need to hear that.
Oh, man. So I posted on my Instagram story the other day a quote about embarrassment is an underexplored emotion.
I've heard that. Recently, I just heard that. Yeah,
like if you really think about it, everybody is not everybody, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people are worried about what the next person thinks about them. And how they're viewed and how they're going to be perceived by whoever it may be. So a lot of people in this world, man, are embarrassed to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So with whatever they might do, they always have this thought in the back of their head, like, I can't do this because what is that person gonna think? What is my girlfriend or boyfriend gonna think? My son, so
that fear of judgment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you can't. That's a tough way to live because
you're not living at that point because you're not allowing yourself to express who you are. And I think the whole, like you said, like embarrassment being like how did you frame it?
Embarrassment is it's an emotion that
we just don't we don't lean into it enough.
Right.
And I was thinking about that a lot, like with posting videos and TikTok, bro. It's so refreshing to like build upon yourself and put yourself into the world and not being afraid of other people's judgments. I think just growing up in the time, we really came along during the advent of social media, right?
Where
everything that you're doing is being hyper criticized, and everything that you're doing is being looked at by so many people or has the potential to be. And I think that fear of embarrassment, it's also a fear of one's own potential because being perceived and seen as something that your environment may not be known to produce. Like, we're from a very small town, so for somebody that makes music or does videos or somebody that acts, it's not very common. And we could have easily been suppressed by that environment, which I believe so many people have been. But even with doing all of this and the idea of following your passions and leaning into that embarrassment, I really want people to know that you can do whatever you want, despite the environment, because the environment, it doesn't dictate who you are. Like that person that you are. You posted something recently and it really it inspired me even more because a lot of people don't see the work. You know the video I'm talking about? When you were acting, you showed all the clips, you like the work that they don't see. And I was like, that's fire. Like, what was that process, building that confidence up?
So, man, I tell you what, and I hope this director one day comes and posts my audition I did with him.
Yeah.
It was my first in-person audition at Wayne State, and I'm super nervous, man. Not for the fact that like I'm scared to perform in front of him, but it's just I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And so, and it was a spur of the moment. He messaged me the night prior to send me over some lines to go over, and then come in the next day and audition. And I'm working as well, so I'm working and looking at these lines, trying to audition for it and whatnot. And so,
that's the grind.
I show up and I bombed it completely, man. Like there was just there was nothing about acting that occurred at that time, but it really opened my eyes of like what this is really like and what it's about, and you just gotta let loose, bro. Like you gotta, because there was at one point to where he told me just forget the lines, just act, just react how you would react in this situation. So I'm like, okay, cool. So after that, you calm yourself down and you collect yourself and think about it, and you can perform it. But just having that spur of the moment type thing, man, and it's really just about overcoming that fear, bro. And it was eye opening because it made me realize like how tough it really is.
Yeah, for sure.
And there was only two people there. It was the director and his homeboy was there. But it makes you think like, man, like there's people out here that do this
at a crazy level. It gives you a total new outlook and a level of respect for the craft. Yeah. And it humbles you.
Yep, for sure.
But I think it's humbling, but it's also empowering to put yourself in situations to be humbled. Because it's like now, had you not had that experience, you would have been like, oh, I can do this, and which you very much can. But now you know exactly what needs to be done to get to where you want to go, instead of just shooting out into, without any type of direction or any experience under your belt. So like following the passion can be sort of looked at as gaining experience.
Exactly.
Because we're all like characters within this game of life, and just continuing to stack those experiences, whether it be embarrassment or the confidence that you get from winning, understanding what goes into each, understanding why you're embarrassed, understanding that those feelings that you may have of embarrassment are not even yours. They're just, they've been given to you by the world around you, and you don't have to align with those.
100%. And I believe, man, definitely being an actor, you don't want to shy away from any emotions. You need to feel every single emotion there is, or how else. If you know somebody's telling me, a director's telling me to act a certain way, and I can't connect with that emotion, how am I supposed to act that emotion out?
I never thought about that.
You know what I'm saying? So if they're telling me to be, I try to put on this persona. I'm a tough guy. I'm never scared, or I'm never nervous about anything, and I'm getting told to direct, or I'm getting told to act a certain way like that an emotion that I don't really tap into. How can I portray that?
So what is that like? Because that you just opened up my eyes to a whole different thought.
Right.
Like
right.
What is that? How do you get in touch with those emotions?
So it's a lot, man. It of course depends on, you know, the role I'm in, or what's being asked, and what the character I'm portraying, how I believe how they are gonna react. And a lot with acting, man, you can't think about what would Kareth do in this situation, because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And so like the previous movie I just did, this somebody completely different than me. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta really tap in and think about. You can't base it off of your own experiences, and you can draw from your experiences, but you can't say, oh no, that he wouldn't do that. That's me. That's Kareth speaking. And so you just got to find different avenues and really tap in. What I noticed that helps me a lot is just reading the scripts over and over and over again, really understanding the story. And then, you know, I've been in a few classes, and then they help dive into, you know, how to break down a character and what to look for. And so it's really just getting that backstory of a character.
And immersing yourself in that.
Exactly.
I heard Will Smith talk about that. Like, you have to become the character.
You have to become the character, or else if somebody's watching it, they're gonna be like,
it's a disconnect. That's a disconnect.
I don't feel it. Like, you know, people, you watch people, you feel it.
I mean, even content. People, you can feel when somebody's not comfortable in that identity. Even if the identity is themselves.
Exactly.
It's like, I think that even acting, like the power of acting in itself can help somebody get more in tune with who they are as a person.
100%.
Like just by you explaining
100%.
the fact of getting in touch with emotions, because different traumas that we may experience throughout life, it may cause us to suppress certain emotions. You know, you don't want to really feel that because you associate it with a negative outcome. But maybe you getting in touch with that emotion can give you a better sense of clarity for how you can navigate whatever it is you're dealing with now. That way you're not suppressing so many different things, or you're not living with all of these dysregulated energies.
Yes.
You know, you can actually be somebody that is even, you know, all the way around the board, and there isn't a disconnect from how you feel to how you express yourself. But in any given moment, you can give it exactly what it needs. So, no, that's powerful, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like you said, throughout me doing this, the acting and whatnot, and trying to, you know, connect with different emotions and feelings and whatnot, it really has opened me up to another aspect of life, of how I treat people, how people treat me, how you know, pretty much how I'm walking through life and living. Like, am I truly living?
Break that down though, because I want to, break all that down.
I've been, I mean, when it comes to jobs, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we have to work. You know what I'm saying? Some form of work. We have to, you know, my daughter Taylor, so, you know, I have to provide. You know what I'm saying? So I have to do my duties, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so,
take care of home always.
Exactly. And so when you think about going through life, and you know, you got to make certain decisions, but you always got to think in the back of your head is me making these decisions, am I trying to satisfy somebody else, or am I doing this because I need to, or it's me personally, when I think about it, when it pertains to working, is I was with GM since 2016. I'm no longer with them, but that opened my eyes a lot, and that's really what made me tap even more into acting, is being with that company for it was 8 years it was. The money and all that, it don't, at the end of the day, it doesn't fulfill me.
Yeah.
I made the money, I spent it, saved, whatever the case may be. In the back of my head, that's always what drove me, I guess you could say, is to I'm successful. Is
that identity.
Exactly. Having this X amount in salary, or being able to do certain things because I make X amount of salary at a job.
Yeah.
But that's not what defines you. That's not where you're gonna find your happiness. I can guarantee that.
Trust me, I know, brother.
And so, being with a company like that, and just the amount of stress and other factors that play into that I was foreseeing, it by far was not worth it. But I didn't realize it until I was too far in.
Yeah.
And so once I'm out of it, I sat back. I took a few months off of work, and I'm really reflecting. This was probably a year. Probably a year after acting.
Okay.
And you really get to sit back and reflect, man. Like taking that time off and thinking about, man, I mean, life in general. You know what I'm saying? And what really is the motivating factor in this life. And I wake up and I think about my daughter, my family, and whatnot, man. And it's the world we live in, bro. It's a crazy world we live in.
It's definitely a crazy world.
And really, man, I just really just take everything day by day, bro. And now I'm at a point in my life to where, for one, I 100% I think I'm in or doing things for my best interest.
Do you feel more present?
100%.
Okay.
100%. So I think I know I'm living more in the moment, appreciating things a lot more, man. And I don't know if you can see the red Prius, bro.
Yeah.
I drive a 2012 Prius.
Yeah.
A Toyota Prius.
Yeah.
Man, I remember, if I ever, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a Prius, I'm like, man, who would drive that? Who would drive a Prius like that? But I just had to sit back and think and appreciate the little things, bro.
Yeah.
And
gratitude, bro. Gratitude is huge.
It helped me in a lot of ways more than none, for sure. And that's getting closer with relationships with, man, numerous amounts of people.
Yeah.
Including man above. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more that goes into trying to fulfill and be a certain individual for others. Man, you got to take care of yourself. Before
you got to make sure your cup is full, bro.
You have to.
You have to make sure, because if you don't, you're gonna deteriorate, bro. And you can't. You need to heal just as much as you need to be able to provide for somebody else too. You know, and if you can't do that, then you're not giving that person what they deserve. Like you mentioned, your family, you got a daughter, you about to get married, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fiance, so it's like you have to be there to give them what they need, but you have to be there. Like you have to be fulfilled within yourself, because if not, you're gonna drain it. And then getting so detached from who you are as a person, you start to resent the people around you, unprompted, because it's not their fault. It's about the decision that you choose to make. So I wanna say I am proud of you for making that decision, because you could have easily continued along the path of doing something that was just in the works,
For sure.
on that wheel of doing something that deep in your heart you didn't want to do. And like you touched on, getting back closer with the people around you, like family members and God. That's something that's been a big theme in my life. And I think that it all started with the decision to be bold enough to be like, you know what? I'm gonna do what's best for me. And I'm going to follow my heart regardless of if the people around me understand it, regardless, friends, family, they may not get it in the moment, but it's not their vision,
No.
It wasn't given to them to get. And by you doing what you do, you have the potential to change the situation in the lives of the people that you love the most by following this passion, because we know that a lot of people choose not to.
Yeah.
But I think the road of following that passion is the most fulfilling, because it puts you in a place of true understanding. Like you mentioned, the reflection that you've been able to experience over the last year or so, and it's just like now you can see things. It's like a bird's eye view, because you're so out of whatever that life is that was kind of keeping you busy, stressing you out, just clouding your, it's just so cloudy, bro. It's just so much.
Yeah.
But it's like you take that step back to get more in tune with yourself. It's like, oh, I see it now. And I can move in a different direction that'll, benefit myself and those around me. So yeah, bro, that's big.
Yeah, I think it's important to always remember that too, is how am I waking up every day and pretty much, man, making myself better.
Yeah.
Or getting that win.
Yeah.
Getting that one win for the day. Get one win
Yeah.
per day. You know what I'm saying? And get that 1% better. And I think it helps overall as well to be a better person for the people around you, like you said. And like I said, you got to take care of yourself, or you ain't gonna be no good to nobody else.
No, you're not.
And I'm thinking, I'm sitting here raising a child.
Yeah.
And
how's that?
Man, brother, it's eye-opening, because you try to instill so much in your child that what you believe in, and what you know what I'm saying, and then you see the different personalities of wherever your child may get it from.
Yeah.
But you kind of realize that, man, they gotta live this life on their own at some point, and you can say and do so much, and they can take bits and pieces. And I think about it when I was a kid, and listen to my parents. I'm like, man, what are they talking about,
bro? They don't know no better, but they do.
But now that I see, it makes me even more appreciative of, man, they were learning too.
Yeah.
Granted, I was the third child. I have a brother and sister, but they were still learning.
Yeah.
And
got to give them grace for that.
Yeah. You're never gonna be this ultimate, superhero in nobody's eyes. But as long as you're doing the best you can, and you're there, and they know you're there, and they can come to you for whatever, man, it's a different feeling when I say she accomplished something that, you know what I'm saying, that I set out or wanted her to do, or she's learning a certain way to comes to manners, or just it's little things, man.
You get to witness the growth.
Yeah, and you see how far. She'll be 5 in November, and even
that's what's up,
man. I feel like she done came such a long way, man, and she's so smart. But I think in the best ways possible. I think she didn't have her terrible twos, so I think she's getting right
into
now.
it.
She's getting a little sass right now. But
what has she taught you about yourself?
Patience.
Yeah.
Patience. I have no patience,
man.
And I've come to. I have patience for certain things, but she's definitely taught me just to be more patient, man.
Yeah.
And because there's times to where I want to be that parent, but I also got to reflect and think, man, she's 4 years old.
Yeah.
She's a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's learning. And
these are important stages of her life, and I'm trying not to be too. I don't want to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not about to sit here and be your best friend.
Yeah.
Not like I'm still your dad at the end of the day, but she's got to know right is right, wrong is wrong. But again, she's at such a young age, man, to where there's certain things I can teach her, and certain things gonna go through one ear out the other. Her attention span, man, it's all over the place.
She's in her own world right now.
Exactly. So it's taught me to just take a moment back and just relax, bro. And I'm tired. There's days I'm tired, come home from work, and she want to go to the park. She want to play.
She's ready to play.
She's ready.
Yeah.
She her dad. She with my fiance, so she's ready to go out and do something. And then I gotta sit back and think, like, man,
she deserves that.
That's what she wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And who am I to say no to that when I have, God willing, a perfect, healthy body?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why am I, because I'm tired or I want to sit back and relax and play the game or watch a movie or something, who am I to say no to while I'm still here? And man, it kills me because you remember Austin Sawicki?
Yeah.
and how his brother passed.
I didn't know that.
Tony passed a couple months ago, and that opened my eyes, even more because he has a little girl.
Yeah.
And I always think about that, and there's other aspects of
But that'll bring it to the forefront. Yeah.
But I grew up. We were neighbors, so we grew up down the road from each other for years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? And so seeing him in that state, man, and then seeing his family there, it really, and his parents who I grew up with. Man, I used to go to church.
We used to all ride the same bus.
Yeah, exactly. So you know him, and so man, that alone right there made me realize, like, man, you can't take this life for granted.
You can't,
you know what I'm saying? And so, and like I said, man, there's days to where I don't feel like doing anything at all, which is cool. You know, some days
you deserve those days,
for sure. But when it comes to being a parent and stepping up, definitely if it's for my child and she wants to just do simple things as play.
Yeah.
Man, I would feel horrible if I deny it. God forbid, and something happened, and my last reflection of it was dad said no to play. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that alone has opened my eyes up in more ways than none, man. And that, not only that, when it comes to parenting, bro, you got to put that same effort in other things with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's your health.
Showing up, bro. Like showing up for you and like showing up for like just life. Just show up every day for life.
Exactly. And it's, of course, everybody, it's hard. Life's hard. And you got your battles and whatnot. But man, if you just fight that, and I always say is, I don't really like the term motivation in a sense, and I'll explain why. Because I could be the most motivated person, in which I believe I am, and I catch myself doing it sometimes too. Is I'm motivated to do certain things. Like I have an Instagram page that I created that I want to do something with, and I haven't done anything with at all. And so I'm motivated in other ways, but brother, if you don't have discipline. If you don't have no discipline, you can't, you won't, that motivation is just.
Yeah, because you can't just show up when you feel like it.
Yeah.
You can't just show up. And even you talked about fatherhood, you can't just show up when you feel like it. Not if you want to get the best outcome.
Like you could be motivated to be the best father in the world. You can
what
think
about the
that
days on you when you don't feel like, or when you're tired, or when you don't have a good day at work? It's like, nah, you still gotta show up, bro.
Like you gotta have that discipline, man, and that's life. That's that come with everything, man. Work, health, fitness, being a good partner, whatever you,
being a good family member, bro. Whatever you're passionate about, you gotta.
Yeah, whatever it comes down to, man. Discipline is really what I believe is what will make somebody, take that next step. Yeah, for sure.
That's what separates from like the talkers and the doers.
Exactly.
The ability to just keep showing up.
Exactly.
Despite the perceived failures, despite the emotions you feel, because you may not feel like it. Like some days I don't feel like recording, but it's just, you know what, I made a promise to myself, and I know that I'm doing something that's worthwhile. It's about knowing the intention behind what you're doing. Like, bro, you really touched on something like father, because I think about having a family all the time. So it's like, as you're talking, I'm really just like listening, because that's something that I know is going to be a very big part of my life. And understanding why it's so important to establish discipline in other areas now. That way I can enter that chapter of my life like the best possible I can be. Obviously not gonna be perfect, but like how you say, like just keep showing up, because you deserve that experience. Your daughter, your fiance, everybody deserves that experience. And not only are you doing it for you, but like it shows them what needs to be done. And you're kind of setting that example as the man in the situation to be like, this is how life can be if disciplined, if you continue to show up. So it's like you having a 4-year-old about to be 5, it's like she's gonna see, okay, like my father is a very disciplined man, and he was able to live a fulfilling life, following his passions and being there for me at the same time. So the sky is the limit for me now. And ultimately by us doing these things, whether it's having this conversation, putting it out into the world, but we're gonna have an impact on the generations that come after. And it's just gonna show people what can be done through discipline, through continually showing up, and through continually just like understanding and getting close to yourself, God, and all the things that are important, and valuing that time. Like even hearing about how bro's brother passed, it's like, I know that shook you. I know that like hit hard, you know, so, but it gives you a different perspective on life. I don't know, but it's just.
It's unfortunate, you know, it takes circumstances like that to happen. I was talking to his brother about that, because I haven't seen him in, man, I don't know, years.
Yeah.
It's been years. And we've chat here and there about different things, sports and the film industry and whatnot. So we've had communications, but like physically seeing him, that alone, I was like, man, it shouldn't have to take things like this circumstance, you know, for us to reconnect and, you know, get back in contact or just to see each other, you know what I'm saying? So that's eye-opening. But another thing with discipline, man, you bro, I mean, since I've known you, more so to the lazy year in high school when we're more mentally established, you know, not elementary school, you've always had that passion for whatever the case may be, man. You was always, I remember you always been so well-spoken, outspoken, and a passionate individual.
I appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah, always, man. And that obviously reflects back to your music, bro. And you've been doing this, I mean,
like 10
years and years and years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, I can't even say I know, but I can only imagine the discipline that you've had to put yourself through, of, you know, continuously going and keep making music, and not because you feel like you need to, because you want to. That's what we
want to do. We want to create.
Yeah, you're creative. You're expressing yourself. You know, you opening different avenues of ways to free yourself and free your mind, bro. And that right there is I can't not even humbling, bro. It's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you.
And you know, I always think this, and people are, of course, are always watching from afar and whatnot. Sure. May not do a comment or like, you know,
they don't want to be the early ones to the party. You know how it is.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll hit the hate side once something happens, you know, lucrative wise. You know, they'll be there, but bro, you know, I always think about that aspect of things, of why I'm doing it and who am I doing it for. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to know, bro, like, cause you've been, like I said, you've been grinding, bro, and like since I've known you, man, when it comes to sports, anything like that, bro, you always been top tier, bro.
Thank you.
How do you keep that discipline? Because, bro, it's been some uphill, downhill battles with acting. You know, I do catch myself sometimes to where I'm like, man, like, I don't feel like doing this audition, or I get audition sent to me and it's 2-3 pages that I gotta turn in the next night. And you know what I'm saying? And it's sometimes hard.
Definitely hard.
And I know you know that, but man, like I said, you've been doing this so long. What keeps you so disciplined, bro?
I think it's because I want to do it.
Right.
It's simple as I just really want to do it, and I want to see, like, I see potential in myself, and I see, even on like small levels, like how I can impact somebody else. And I think there's kind of a bit of a hero complex, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I know that by me showing up continuously, and I have like a lot of little cousins that look up to me and admire me. So showing them, like, this is how you can really live life. Because I feel like nobody ever came in and told us, like, hey, you can actually have fun with life.
While doing this life
you can actually have fun. So it's like me discovering that on my own, dropping out of college. Like, and just, like, it's something that I've kind of put myself in a position where I feel like I have to, but it's not a negative have to. It's just, this is something that I really want to do, and that's a have to enough. You know, like, I have to do this because I made a decision to do it. And who am I to deny the gifts that God has given me? You know, like you said that earlier about that fatherhood, bro. That's a gift. You know, so who are you to deny yourself and your daughter that experience? I look at, like, being a son of God and just being somebody that recognizes their own potential. Like, bro, I can't deny it. You know, and I don't want to have the regret of being like, you know what, I could have did it, because Alex Hormozy has this quote. He's like, in 100 years, it won't even matter. Like it really won't matter. So going back
tomorrow,
to yeah,
bro.
tomorrow, bro. Like it won't matter, bro. Like
won't matter.
it doesn't matter. That video you posted. I think us being creatives, we think that people are thinking about us much more than they are. Like for an example, people have been walking past constantly. This is something they're gonna think about for about another 20 yards.
They could get in their car and they were like, hey, what you want for dinner?
Exactly. So it's like it doesn't really matter, but you taking the opportunity to do what you're doing, us doing this in this very moment is gonna mean something. Which is why I reached out to you. Like when I saw you acting, bro, it was like it did something, because it's like I know him.
Yeah, right.
I know him. I have known him, and this is somebody else that I see doing something that is unorthodox. And something that, like, you're not gonna do that if you don't want to do it.
No.
You know, like you can go to work every day, like, and you don't want to go to work, but you're not gonna stand in front of a camera and practice.
No.
If like, you feel me, like
walking around the house crying and
it's like
doing all it
doesn't make sense to the consensus of people, but for you to embrace that passion and like something that you want to do. But I think that's just where I found my discipline. It's like I know that I'm doing what I want to do, whether I just did one with one of my bros, like he was my roommate, whether it's us living next door to each other in college and he's hearing me sing into the microphone, I'm holding the microphone, I'm just doing this. But that's what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. Like I have to do it. If I feel like I'm failing myself, and I'm doing the world and God a disservice by not embracing my gifts, bro. So like, I do want to say again, I'm proud of you for like tapping into that, bro, because it really brought a smile to my face to see like, we're even a movie? What? Like that's different, but that's like, that's gonna make me do something different. I've been thinking about like scripts and stuff. You feel me? It's like the same thing. So, but it's like, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching from afar, but whether they're watching or not, bro, just embracing what you want to do with your time, you know, and the ones that love you will get it, and the ones who don't, and they may not like what you're doing, it's not for them, bro.
Exactly. It's simple as that. Yeah. It's simple as that, man, because like you said, with time, bro, time, man, you get 24 hours, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And while I'm working, you know, doing my 9 to 5, I'm sitting here thinking like, man, like this is a lot of time. And I was thinking about, I was talking to somebody at work about this today, about there were just two individuals at work that have been there for 30 plus years, right? And they've worked together since day one. They've been together 30 plus years in the same department. You know what I'm saying? So they are more family
than their family.
Than their family.
Yeah.
You know? And that little piece alone right there makes me really think like, man, is this
what you want to do?
Is this what you want to do with the one shot you get? Like, do I really want to be, it don't matter where I'm and this is like work, as in corporate, whatever you do for Wendy's, whatever you do for work, that's not a, maybe something you're passionate about. Let's just put it like that. You're working and you're not doing your passion. Let's put it like that. So you working for 30 something odd plus years, and man, there's insane amounts of stories of individuals at General Motors that this isn't just General Motors, this is wherever.
Everywhere.
They retire, and a few months down the road, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah. Because
I'm not sure if it's the habit they got from work and staying busy, keeping their mind sharp and whatnot, and they get out of work and they're not doing anything. And that is sad, bro, because they may have enjoyed life for a few months outside of work after 40 years. Yeah. And then it's over.
That's scary,
and
bro.
What they know, all they really know is them being at this company for 40 plus years, and the people they worked with, and that's sometimes might be how a lot of people are remembered. And man, I just go through life like, unfortunately, I have to provide, and not unfortunately I have to provide. Unfortunately, I have to go to work to provide.
Yeah.
For now, while still focusing on your passions and being that creative. And so I think if you can get to a happy medium of balancing those and still doing what you love, while also making a living. I'm not too sure what actor said this, but it got to a point into their life to where they had to survive. They were surviving while also, it may have been Coleman Domingo. if I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but you know, he was bouncing job to job while acting, surviving. He was trying to survive while, you know, following his dreams and his passions.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm at a point to where, you know, I feel like that's really what it should be about, man. Because if you just kind of going through life and going through the motions of, I think about this back in high school, bro, playing sports.
Yeah.
I was in the motions.
Yeah.
I was just there.
Showing up.
I was just there because I enjoyed basketball and I had to do it because I felt like that was my passion.
Yeah.
And
that was your identity that had been developed up to that
since
point.
Elementary school. And like you
yeah.
at high levels in elementary school with Matt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so early on, you gotta think that's getting personified as you, like
that's who you are.
Like you're a basketball player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you get to high school and you kind of just going through the motions. I didn't have that. That's because I didn't have that passion for it. Like I thought I did.
Yeah.
And I wanted to blame everybody else of why I didn't follow my dreams, my hoop dreams and whatnot. But it didn't have anything to do with anybody besides me.
Yeah. You felt like that was just the right thing to say at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go so no, man. It's I didn't do what I was supposed to do with it. But that's because I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's not what you truly wanted to do.
And you know, this life thing, nobody has it figured out.
No.
And, you know, we still
trying to figure it out. That's why we have conversations like this, so we can be able to bounce the knowledge off of one another and just come to some type of conclusion.
Exactly. And I really think, man, tapping into just following that passion, man, doing what you love, it'll open up different avenues for you that you may not even know it was there, man.
Yeah.
And I think I saw something. It may have been somebody making fun of somebody, but it was like, love your job.
Love your job, not the job. Don't love your job. They was on her head about that. I got it though. I got it though. It makes sense. It makes sense.
If you job your love, your passion.
Yeah. If you make what you love your job, like
So I saw the comments. I'm like, why is everybody clowning?
Because it threw them off. But I get it. Like, but I get it. But I got it.
It was funny. But I'm thinking. I'm like,
she's right.
I'm like, hold up.
She's for sure right. She's on to something.
She's on to something. Job your love, bro. Like, if you make that your job, bro, like, I don't know, man. I thought about that. I'm like, man, you know, hold on, wait. I laughed at first, too.
Because all of the videos following it, and they was like switching it. I'm like, oh, yeah, y'all silly for this one.
And I thought about it. I'm like, nah, you know what? She really was on or something.
She was right, for sure.
And I think that's what it's about, man. And like I said, you only get so much time here, and you know, you don't know when it's your last.
Bro.
So you got to take advantage. You got to take advantage of every second, bro.
And be on it, bro.
And there's days where I don't always abide by that, and you know, the days you
we all have our days, bro.
All you have are your days. But I think the important thing is embracing that, you know, that you're going through that, and you're having those days, and you can still, you know, bounce back and whatnot, and keep moving, bro, and keep pushing. Because, you know, another thing I learned is nobody will ever be satisfied.
No.
They'll never be satisfied. You'll never be able to please somebody the way they want to be pleased. And man, you go through life like that, you know, trying to please everybody. Because I'm
a recovering people pleaser.
I was just about to say, I used to call myself a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and think, like,
this isn't fun.
I'm working so hard to make the next person happy or think this certain way about me. For what?
When their opinion is always changing. Like the goalpost of like the people that you're trying to please, it's always changing.
Always.
The standard is always changing. I look at that in terms of following trends. You don't want to build anything off of what's trendy. Emotions are trendy at a time. People's dispositions are trendy at a time. People like certain things or this thing may be popular right now, but don't do that if that's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because now you would have built yourself on something that is not only detached from who you are, but it's unstable. Because the market is forever changing, but you're just chasing the flame. And it's like, you gotta build yourself. Because if you don't build that, you're never gonna know who you are.
Nope. You know what I think about a lot?
Who?
when it comes to celebrities and how they portray themselves, man, is Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's present.
He is so present, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a red carpet event. You see what he wearing pulling up.
Yeah.
He got some basketball. Like, he about to hoop.
He chilling.
He don't care.
Yeah.
He is there. He's living, bro.
Yeah. I feel the same way about Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, Jim always. Yeah. I feel like he's always had that
that understanding that life is finite.
Yes, you get this amount of time, which it may seem, like a long time to others, and they may seem like, oh, I got time, and
you don't know, bro.
You don't know. You truly, at the end of the day, you don't know. So you gotta live, man, and not care about the opinions of others, bro. And I think that is so important, man. And you having that in the back of your head, nothing's gonna be meaningful.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do something 100% that you believe in because you're thinking about what this person is gonna think. Like, man, I was
heavy.
Yeah, I was like the premiere I had for the movie. In the back of my head, I'm thinking like, man, because I didn't see it at that point, and so I'm thinking like, how is this going to look to me or to the the people in the audience and whatnot, and my acting and just different. I'm thinking of different opinions of others, and I'm like, Cree, it don't matter, man.
It don't matter. You did it.
Yeah, it's already done.
It's already done.
It's about to be on the screen in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's already over with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they don't like it, they like it, so be it.
You've already proved it to yourself, though, that you can go after what you want, and you'll get better next time.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all a learning experience. I thought my troubles with acting was going to be memorization, trying to memorize lines.
Yeah.
And then that's really what halted me. I was like, man, ain't no way. I read about people, it's 100, 200 page scripts, and they on every page they gotta remember all these lines, and that discouraged me a little bit. But then you really get into it, man. You put your mind to it.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And I really think just following that passion and that creative spirit, man, it's done wonders in the little time that I've been following. I mean, again, like we said, we've been doing it for being that creative, outgoing person for years and years. It's just really
tapping into it,
and
getting that focus.
Exactly, and on truly how can I express my personalities and my feelings and whatnot in creative ways to share with others.
The world.
And that's why I enjoy acting, bro. And a lot of people ask me like, why do I do it? And I could care less of the fame and all this. Like, I want to tell a story.
Yeah.
Like, how if I'm watching a movie and it hits me a certain way, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching a movie and I'm feeling a certain emotion, I am. Like, if I gotta cry, I'm gonna cry.
But it's supposed to be like that, though.
Exactly.
You're supposed to make those, like to provoke those emotions out of people.
Like when you see in a scary movie, when they got the scores and the sounds and whatnot, and it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And you gotta really think about that. Like these are other human beings portraying characters.
Yeah.
It's all make believe, fake, whatever.
Designed to make you feel something or think about something.
And it's making me feel a certain way, or and it open your eyes to other things in life, whether it be family, animal, whatever the case may be. Now, this is crazy. I was filming yesterday, and we were in the woods. I'll show you. We're in the woods filming, and a deer. We seen multiple deer while we were out filming, but this one specific deer just kept creeping. It kept looking through the trees, get closer and closer. And brother, I thought it was gonna come up and
do something.
Y'all just watched the video of the zombie deer. You ever seen that?
No, I ain't seen that.
So it's like it's pretty much a deer that got like rabies or something, and they got like some type of I don't know if it was fungus or something growing out of them. Say it's a crazy deer that pretty much it's not there, and and it's getting closer. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking
this deer's gonna attack us.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Like this deer is about to
do
spread some disease, kick something. But it comes up. Again, I'll show you. It got relatively very closer than I've ever been to a deer. I mean, other than maybe a deer, yeah, for sure. Closer I've been to a deer, and in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, it's about to try something.
Yeah.
And it was crazy, bro. And I can't wait, because he said he's gonna put it in the film, that it kind of came up and nodded, like it went down and nodded to us, and the baby deer was in the back, and it nodded no later than it nodded, bro. It walked away.
Wow.
And the baby, it left the baby a little bit. You know, the baby stayed back and it was eating grass and trees and whatnot. But it made me think, like, man, I already had this image in my head of what I thought this deer was. Like, I'm thinking, oh, this is a zombie deer. Like,
I can imagine that's a humbling experience.
Yeah, and then it did
because you're fixated on something, but it just the total opposite.
Yeah, and that's another aspect of, like, I guess you could say judgment, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you can't don't judge like too prematurely.
Like, just not one instance that went by of me thinking about what are these people walking by or anybody thinking right now. And which is crazy to me, because old past me would, you know, trying to, you know what I'm saying, look a certain
trying
way,
to portray
feel
image.
a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in here in sweats and a do-rag, you know what I'm saying? And because I want to have that conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, bringing me on, bro.
Of course.
We got to catch up anyway, regardless of this. But nah, like I said, I appreciate it, bro. But that judgment thing, man, I had this image in my head that, like, oh man, this is about to be bad with this deer. So it's like he showed respect and kept it pushing.
That deer could be like metaphorically to like the craft. It's so daunting at the beginning, but you go into it and you're humble with it. It'll respect you, and it'll honor you by way of you just showing up, being who you are in that moment, authentically, despite what you were thinking about before. Like, I think that's a perfect example.
Yeah,
it's literally
like looking through the trees, you're like, man, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful deer.
Yeah.
And it's getting closer.
Getting close to you.
Now I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, whoa.
Damn.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hold on. And then he got close enough to where I think, he did.
Yeah.
And got off.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back to, like, that was beautiful. And the director, he tripping.
Yeah.
I can't wait if he puts it in there, but he's tripping. He like, man, I'm shaking. Like, he was like, that was a magical moment.
Yeah.
And
that's symbolic.
Yeah, man. And like that, like I said, that alone, I went to sleep last night thinking, like, dang, man, like, I had this first image of the deer, like, man, it's beautiful. It's coming up to me. Now I'm feeling a different sort of way. I'm scared. I'm like, oh man, like, what's about to happen? I'm about to sit here and tussle with a deer. Then it just, at the end, it's just like, they out there, we in their home, like, for one.
That's like the experience of following your passion.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks beautiful. The ideal life that you want is beautiful from afar. It gets close to you, and that's kind of when we get into that self-sabotage. You're like, I don't know. I seen something that it went bad for somebody else.
Above me.
Yeah, it might be too much for me, but then it's like it gets close, and it's like, I'm more than capable to handle the situation. And the situation is designed for both parties to benefit from. Like, that nod you mentioned was almost like a sign of, like, respect for you even being out there. Because that's an environment that's not home for you.
Yeah.
But you're doing something with good intention, and like even getting something deeper. I think animals pick up on that. Like, good intention. I feel like if y'all weren't out there with good intention, it could have possibly went in a different direction.
Yeah.
But like, just the energy that was surrounding that moment, a bunch of different people following their goals, doing something different, and doing really what they wanted to do, in a way that is very free, that an animal may be able to relate to. Like, kind of just aligning yourself within that energy, because animals, they're just free. They do what they want. They're just living.
Yeah.
And I think us as human beings, we disconnect from the passion so much of life, and we don't allow ourselves to truly live. Like, animals live in a very present state.
They have no other.
There's no other. There really is no thought about like, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, given what I've been given.
Yeah. And like that right there, man. And I never thought about it that way. Definitely, like I said yesterday, it's just we're in that deer's house, and maybe it's coming up, checking, seeing like, okay, y'all,
what's going on?
I see. Now, what if we're in there, maybe sabotage or start a wildfire or something? Maybe that deer would have reacted in a different way and really came up and, protecting its environment. and that's a good point, man, of being present, bro.
Yeah.
And man, it you don't think about it that way, looking at a deer or a squirrel or something like that, man. Like, they don't have no other option but to be present in a moment and live. But they don't have no phone, social media, nothing like that.
And no distractions, just life.
They just out here living, bro. And I think if we can reflect on that and try to live in certain ways in natures like that, society will prosper. But you know, it's
we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You just gotta keep doing what we do, bro.
That's it. And I think, man, everybody has a passion.
Something.
I think
we all got.
I don't, like I said, I don't think, man. I know everybody has something they're meant to provide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a reason of why they're here, and I think it's important to go through life and trying to figure out what that is, man. Because you don't want to go through life and you may be on your deathbed thinking like, what if, or what could have been, what if I tried that, what if I did this, and that's gotta be a horrible way to go out. It's gotta be a horrible way to go out.
You want to be proud of everything that you did and know that you gave it your best.
Yeah, and I think, man, for me, it might be just straight up being a certain type of parent. That maybe aspects that I thought I would have enjoyed as a child that I didn't get, that I can instill in my daughter and my future children, that I maybe wish I would have got as a kid, because I know how I felt at a certain moment when I was a child, and I may be seeing, you know, not that I'm relating to other families, but seeing how other families are treating their children, how they're, the love aspect, I guess you could say, and when it comes to that, and I think that's maybe something that my passion is leading me towards. Maybe I'll get some sort of role that opens my eyes to anything, bro, like parenting, or maybe I get a role yourself, I learn how to take care of a lawn or something. I don't, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's I think once you follow and do what you love, bro, it'll open avenues.
The doors open up once you get into that, just that wave of like just being who you have been called to be and not denying it. Which is like another reason why I wanted to get you out here in this conversation, because I'm seeing you. I'm proud of you, and I see that you're doing something that you want to do. Like I mentioned before, you wouldn't be doing that if you didn't want to do it.
100%.
So that's like, even having this conversation, all of these conversations that we have on this platform, that's what it's about, bro. And I want to like do that, have a space for it, for people to know that regardless of your situation, your background, you can do something. You have something that you need to embrace. You just got to go find it, bro.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Like I said, everybody's meant for something.
Yeah.
You just gotta find it. And I want this to be something for everybody, man. And you know, a lot of people are envious or scared or whatever the case may be, man. But if I truly believe in facing fears. Like,
yeah, bro. That's the key. That's like, literally, if people just understood that. And you asked me earlier about the discipline. That's what really unlocked it. So I don't know. I think, low-key, I heard Quavo say, "Face all your fears, then get at me," in a song. I think, what was it? What, Motorsport? He was like, "Face all your fears, then get at." And I, and then I really like meditated on that. And I'm like, what does he mean? And I interpreted it as that like he's somebody who's conquered the things that he was scared of, which put him at a different level. And I'm like, oh, so that's how you get to the next level of who you are as a person, is by facing the things that you're afraid of. And the more you do that, you realize that it wasn't as monstrous as you thought it was gonna be.
No.
You know, that monster under the bed was really just a teddy bear.
But
it was just too far back for you to, you didn't want to actually get into it, but now look.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like the fear aspect of things, man, it's I hear stories about that,
Yeah.
you know, night and day, about somebody overcoming something that they felt, or maybe not comfortable with, and then, you know, after that, sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that judgment, man, and that, like I said, that embarrassment is a under. I can't think of what he said, man. Embarrassment is an
underrated emotion. I heard that. I just can't think of
emotion.
It's something like that. But basically, we need to lean into that more. I always have people give a closing statement at the end of the episode. You know, like, what is one thing that you want to leave the people with?
So, I always practice and live. Try to live the best I can by these two statements, I guess you could say. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and control the controllables.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, nothing changes if nothing changes is that I think that holds to a lot of the discipline aspect of things too. Is you can have motivation to do certain things, but if you don't make that change, or you stuck in a certain spot in your life, you're upset, sad, depressed, whatever the case may be, if you do nothing about it, what's going to change?
Nothing.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. You got to change. Or you're unhappy with your life. You're unhappy with maybe your health, fitness, whatnot. What are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? So nothing changes, nothing changes. And then control the controllables, man. And outside factors, if you have no control over it, so be it. Let it go.
Let it go.
Because so many people get caught up on. What I think about a lot, man, is road rage, man.
Yeah.
And what happens on these roads. And, you know, road rage in general, like, you know, somebody getting out their car, shooting, whatever the case may be. And, man, like, just keep it pushing. Control what you can control, man. If somebody cut you off in traffic, so be it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control how that,
it's not worth
controlling that vehicle. You're not controlling how that person is driving, or whatever they may be going through. You know what I'm saying? So control what you can control, man. If it's out of your control, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can, and just know that's enough.
Yeah.
Doing the best you can, getting that win every day, man, and doing that. So those my two things, man. And I think if most people can live by that, they'll find peace, they'll find happiness at some point. So
definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro. Like I said, I reached out to you because I saw you were doing your thing, you know, like, and that takes a lot. A lot of people don't see what goes into it. So just you being bold enough to display your passions, regardless of how people may feel about it, how they may receive it, like, just following that path and finding fulfillment through that, bro. Like, it's an honor, bro. Like, and like we mentioned, we've known each other almost more than 20 years, bro. So to see the evolution of us from being like boys to young men, still in a position where we're following the things that we feel called to do. So thank you for coming on the show, brother. It's always been a blessing. In terms of everybody watching, if you have a passion or you feel like you've been called to do something, go after it. That's where you're gonna find the deepest sense of fulfillment, and that's what's really gonna make life worth it for you. Instead of just allowing your gifts and your dreams and your passions to lay dormant, go after them and pursue them to the best of your ability, because that's what's going to be the most beneficial, not only for you, but the people you don't even know who you're gonna inspire by doing what it is that you've been called to do. So follow your passions. I am Nick Johnson. Got my bro Kareth with me. I'm your favorite cousin. I'm gonna do that over again because that was whack. I ain't like that one. It gotta be more fluid.
Go ahead, bro.
I am Nick Johnson, AKA your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I will catch you on the next one. That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there.